gather ye friends around your flickering campfires and listen to tales of daring, horror, and high adventure from the worn pages of history.
No mystery this week, Bob. We're going a Viking.
We're going to Asgard.
For a tale of the gods.
Vikings again? Quids in? Fire the Kofi cannon! You was 10 quid, Rick.
A comment made on social media is a binding contract. Probably.
Look at us, earning money for doing our silly stuff.
This must be what Theatre of Science feels like all the time.
Amazing.
Gosh, just think of
That's right, it's me, Thor, God of Thunder and Protector of Mankind. And we haven't got time for hilarious moping and cheeky call-outs, you silly boys.
Hello, the Borough family. Sorry.
We've got to get on with the story.
Why are you in such a rush?
Because I haven't got my hammer.
What? You've lost Mjolnir again?
Episode 5 of the Silly History Boys show, dear listener.
No, Bob. It's worse. This week you're telling a story about how I got Mjolnir. It's me origin story. So until the story is told, my amazing, beautiful magic hammer Mjolnir doesn't even exist. It's a quantum time thingy.
Is it?
Yes!
Because it smells like a narrative device and a cheap one.
It's a level 7 calamity scenario, Bob.
No, not a level 7.
That's the worst sort of calamity.
Until you finish the tale, I don't have Mjolnir. If any of my vast quantities of enemies get wind that I'm hammerless, well, it's gonna get messy.
You do realise we could have just started the story already, don't you?
Quick, everyone, to the narration station.
Let's go!
Every week.
It is still nice in here.
I just need more
We
Nemo.
hardly use this. Why don't we use this more?
Early one morning, in the city of Asgard, realm of the gods, there came a great cry of anguish.
Sif, goddess of the harvest, staggered through the streets, loudly proclaiming her despair.
My heart!
That's my wife!
He cut off my heart!
Her usual flowing locks, the colour of wheat in the evening sun, were gone.
She had been shaved balder than a balding bald eagle.
You are so impossibly bald. Who did this to you, my love?
Who do you think? Oh!
Loki! You've cue-balled my wife!
Have I? That doesn't sound like me.
As if by magic, there stood Loki, god of chaos and trickery.
I wouldn't cut off someone's hair while they were sleeping just because I thought it would be funny. Though, now I think about it, it is pretty funny. Lol.
Loki, you're gonna get such a smashing!
I proclaim my innocence.
I know it was you, Loki!
Prove it, egghead. Weren't you asleep?
You've crossed a line, Loki! You're gonna pay!
Whatevs. You haven't even got your hammer yet.
I've still got the old fists, mate.
As the dust settles, a door opens, and out from the front of his massive house, Valhalla, steps Odin, the All-Father.
Just got me out of the shower and everything, and now I'm covered in flop. What are you boys up to now? For? Why did you punch your brother? That's right, listener, full marvel. Why did you punch your brother into the side of my massive house? Look at it, all dented and whatnot.
Oh, Dad, I'm sorry, but Loki cut off Sif's hair, so I had to punish him.
He did what?
He cut off my hair! Look at me!
Cut off your... Wow, would you... That is... Would you... I tell... Would you look at that?
It's awful, isn't it?
No, it's fine.
Oh, great. Now you've set her off again.
I'll kill you Loki!
Oh, this is kind
Hit
of
him,
hard.
Sif. Strangle him. Good.
Everybody stop! Sif, put him down.
But
No buts.
Butts.
Pack that in. Explain yourself, Loki.
Nothing to explain. Didn't do anything.
Then why can I now see my reflection in the top of Sif's head?
Adult onset alopecia?
wait a minute. On your shoulder. What's this?
Thor reaches out and from Loki's shoulder plucks a single strand of hair, long and golden blonde.
That's my heart!
Now, wait. This can be easily explained.
And what's this?
Thor's meaty fist grasps the handle of something sticking out of Loki's belt.
A pair of scissors!
I've recently taken up paper crafting. It centers me.
Oh, yeah? Well, what's this?
From Loki's breast pocket, Thor snatches a folded piece of parchment.
Actually, what is this? Dead?
Well, Thor, if I was going to hazard a guess, I'd say it was a precise and detailed account of a plan to steal into your and Sif's hole Bilskirnir in the dead of night and cut off all of Sif's hair while she's sleeping. Why, Loki, why would you do such a thing?
For the lols? I mean, come on. Sif, you should have seen your face. Wah! My hair! Oh no! Great stuff. Oh, give it a rest, will you? It'll grow back. And we'll always have these memories. Priceless.
Loki, I'm gonna give you such a smashing.
No, Thor, stop. I know you're angry, but let's find another way to solve this.
But, Smashy!
I know, son, but smashy can't be the answer to everything. This time we're doing it differently. Loki, you are going to replace every single strand of Sif's hair. Not only that, you will have her hair turned into pure gold before you return it.
What? That's not a thing.
I will be watching, Loki. You will make sure every single strand is accounted for, or I'll let Thor try out his plan.
Smashy.
This is the only way you will make it up to Sif.
Is it? Hair of real pure gold.
It would help. I'll say that much.
Right.
Thor, put all of Sif's hair in a bag and give it to Loki.
Right you are. There.
Thanks.
Right, off you go then, Loki.
Fine. Where am I going to get pure gold hair that's also real hair at this hour?
I can only think of one place. Nidavellir, like in Endgame.
Oh no. Not the realm of the dwarves. Those guys are so lame.
They're the finest artisans in all the 9 realms, Loki. That's hardly lame.
But all they talk about is making stuff. They've got no sense of humor. And they hate me because of reasons.
Well, you should have thought of that before turning Sif into Asgard's answer to Skunk Anansi.
Oh, weak as you are. There's a reference for the kids.
Come on, everyone. Let's all laugh at Loki as he storms off in a mood to Nidavellir.
And so, clutching the bag of Sif's hair, and with the sound of the gods' mocking laughter in his ears, Loki set off on the journey to Nidavellir.
The realm of the dwarves is located in the northwest of Midgard, deep beneath the earth.
So Loki trudged across the realm of men.
And delved through twisting tunnels deep beneath the earth.
Until he found himself in a dark, dank cavern.
Sat at a table, playing a game of Nifltafl, were 2 elderly dwarves.
Hello, dwarves. My humblest greetings.
What do you want?
I'm looking for the greatest craftsman in Nidavellir, please.
Well, that's easy. Every dwarf knows the sons of Vivaldi are the finest craftsmen in all the 9 realms.
Well, of course you say that. You are Vivaldi. My sons, Etri and Brawl, are far better smiths than yours.
Or not.
Or two.
Where can I find all of your talented sons?
My sons are down there in that cave.
And my sons have a forge in that cave in the opposite direction.
Right. Well, I'll go and see Ivaldi's sons first then.
You won't regret it.
You will.
Well, not.
You will.
Oh,
That's gonna
shut
be
your
rubbish.
face anyway. I'm
Ignoring you in
Get away from me.
3, 2, 1.
Loki headed to the cave where Ivaldi had said his sons could be found.
As he entered the large cavern, a wall of heat from the various forges washed over him. The smell of hot metal and hard work filled his nostrils.
Hello? Anyone in here?
3 soot-stained dwarves stepped into view.
Oh, clear off, Loki. We won't do work for a mischief maker the likes of you.
How dare you? I come here in the name of the Allfather. You will do exactly as you're told.
You were sent by Odin. Ha! Prove it.
How else could I have got this?
Loki opened the bag and a golden radiance poured forth.
Crikey, Dvalin. Look at all that hair. Look how it shines.
It must belong to a goddess, Balin. It must.
It is the hair of the Goddess Sif. How else could I have got it without the permission of Odin?
Aye, I suppose I have a point.
Odin has sent me to find you, personally. He told me that only the sons of Ivaldi can remake Sif's hair from pure gold.
Easy.
And make it so it grows again?
Child's play.
Aye, we'll do it.
Marvelous.
And if Odin's asking for us by name, brother, we'd best make him a gift too.
That's a good idea, brother.
That's very kind, but...
But what?
Well, it might be a little unwise to only make an extra gift for Odin. You know what the gods are like. They'll get all jealous. Especially the beef-brained Thor.
Oh, you're right, Loki. We must make a gift for another god too. Tell you what, we'll make something for Frey, god of fatality.
Oh, great.
Loki hissed to himself in annoyance. He just remembered how annoyed Thor was with him for cutting off Sif's hair. If he could distract the dim-witted beefcake with a present, he might forget what Loki had done.
With that, the sons of Ivaldi set to work. Dvalin took Sif's hair and dipped it into a pool of molten gold.
He swirled it around until every strand was perfectly covered, and then brushed it through with diamond dust so that it sparkled like the stars in the night sky.
Meanwhile, his brother Berling forged a mighty spear from the finest steel.
That spear is for Odin, and will always hit its target. Here, take it.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
And here for the god Frey.
What's this? A tiny ship. What good is that? It's not even in a little bottle or anything.
Its true worth will be revealed when you give it to Frey.
Right.
And of course, Sif's here. All she need do is place it on her head, and the magic will do the rest.
Great. Great stuff. Well, thank you, sons of Vivaldi. You were not as lame as I thought you'd be.
What did you say?
Okay, see you later. Bye!
And with that, Loki strode from the cave of the sons of Vivaldi. He walked purposefully back to the cave wherein sat the 2 old dwarves, and then continued onto the forge of the other elderly dwarf sons, Eitri and Brock.
As he entered their forge, Loki pulled out the 3 gifts the sons of Ivaldi had made.
Oh, would you look at these? Surely they are the finest items to ever emerge from Nidavellir. Why, surely no other team in all the 9 realms could craft such exquisite works of beauty worthy of the gods.
What are you on about, trickster? Those little trinkets are a load of old rubbish. My brother Etri's the finest metal worker in all of Nidavellir.
Is he now?
He is? He'll make you 3 things that impress the gods way more than that load of rubbish you got there. I, Brock, would bet my life on it.
Excellent. I love a good bet. I too will stake my life that your brother's gifts will be worse than the sons of Ivaldi's.
Your life, Loki? Just let me check. If I win the bet, and the gods prefer one of my brother's gifts, I get to cut off your head?
Sure, why not? If I lose the bet, you can cut off my head. But for a real test of your skill, you must forge a weapon that Thor, god of thunder, would be proud to wield.
I reckon I could do that, not a problem.
Excellent. That should stop the meathead from giving me a smashing.
So the brothers Brock and Eitri set to work. In no time at all, they'd made their first gift. A massive boar.
This boar is the toughest combat beast ever born or made. It will serve its master Frey in battle, won't you, boy? Who's a good piggy?
Wow. Really, really boring. Great work.
As the brothers set to work on the next gift, a bracelet for Odin, Loki rubbed his neck worriedly, imagining the axe of Brock slicing through it.
Wow. These guys are pretty good. Too good. I might lose this bet. And that means I'll lose my head. Looks like I'll have to cheat.
With that, Loki turned himself into a fly and buzzed his way toward the 2 brothers as they labored to create a golden bracelet for Odin. Eitri worked at the furnace as waves of heat poured out. Brock pumped a giant bellows to keep the furnace going. As try as he might, Loki could not get close enough to either brother to break their concentration. He soon tired and returned to normal form.
Blast.
As Loki watched, Eitri poured a vast quantity of purest molten gold into the bracelet he was making. The god of chaos stood amazed as gallons and gallons of gold were poured, far more than was needed, and yet not a drop spilt over.
He must be using magic to put that much gold into one small bracelet. But why?
At last, Eitri held up the gleaming trinket and gave it to Loki.
You must give this bracelet to the Allfather. He will be most pleased.
It's so heavy. What does it do?
You'll find out when you give it to Odin. Now we will forge our final gift. A mighty hammer for Thor. Brock, get back to the bellows.
Yes, brother.
And don't you stop pumping them, not even for 1 second.
Right you are.
As the brothers set to their task, Loki knew he was running out of time. He had to sabotage them now, or his head would be the price. With the dwarves' attention on their work, Loki transformed again, this time into a gadfly. Loki buzzed his way over to Brock, who was pumping the bellows with all his might. He stung Brock's hand. But the dwarf only grunted and did not stop pumping. He stung Brock's nose. The poor dwarf shouted with pain, but still he kept pumping. By now, Eitri had finished forging the hammer's mighty steel head, and was starting to work on the shaft and handle, and was chanting something magical. Loki was starting to panic. Winning the bet would probably mean a beating from Thor, but that was much more preferable than getting his head cut off. With nothing to lose, Loki flew into Brock's face and stung him in the eye. Such was the pain that Brock stopped pumping the bellows to swat at the gadfly that tormented him and drive it out of the cave.
What are you doing? The furnace must stay in its honest. Oh no, look, you ruined my creation. The handle of the hammer is all stumpy and short.
I don't think that's how forging works, Eitri!
For purposes of this story, it is.
Out of sight of the 2 brothers, Loki had returned to his normal form and now re-entered the forge.
Well, well, well. I see you finished Thor's hammer. But look, it's all stumpy. Do you think Thor's a child? I mean, intellectually he is, but physically not so much.
Frey knew you, Loki, and I know my brother Brock. There's no way that he'd have stopped pumping those bellows unless he was provoked. Somehow, you cheated.
Me? A cheat?
Yes.
Look, never mind that anyway. I still think our work is better than those no-good sons of Ivaldi. Tell you what, I'll go with Loki to Asgard and present our gifts personally. That way, when we win, I can collect our payment immediately.
What payment?
Your head!
Oh, yeah, I remember. Very well, Brock. Try and keep up.
And with that, Loki started power walking back to Asgard. Being the petty sort of a creature he was, he made sure his pace was just fast enough so that Brock had to do that sort of running thing that you do when you're trying to keep up with someone. By the time they arrived in Asgard, Brock had worked up a sweat.
You suck!
Yeah, whatever, Shorty. Try getting longer legs, why don't you?
Upon hearing that Loki had returned, and of the bet Loki had made with the dwarves, Odin had gathered all the gods in the Hall of Judgment, Gladsheim.
Fellow gods, Loki has returned from Nidavellir with presents. I know, it's good, isn't it? I think the only proper way of doing it is to look at the presents and then judge which of them is the greatest. As an extra bit of fun, I know that Loki has put a bet on with the dwarves as to which he thinks is the best. If he gets it wrong, then the dwarves get to cut his head off. Well, the first gift is Sif's hair. Loki, give back that which you stole.
I'm doing it already, jeez. Here goes, Sif. Sorry I hilariously cut off all your hair while you were sleeping.
You suck, Loki.
Yeah, hearing that a lot today. Just take your shiny hair and stop whining, why don't you?
As Sif placed her new, even goldier hair on her head, it magically attached and grew down so that it was as long as she was tall.
Wow!
Her great golden tresses sparkled in the light of the fires in the hall, and all agreed she looked fabulous. Even Baldur.
Which, please? She wears it well, but I'd wear it better.
The next gift to come was the small ship for Frey.
Here you go, Frey. It's a tiny little ship.
Thanks. I guess I could get a little bottle for it or something. Wait, what's this cord do? Wow! The tiny ship has turned into a massive ship! Best present ever!
It's pretty big, I suppose.
Does it go back? What have I pulled? Amazing! Who wants me to do it again?
No, Frey, you can play with your ship later.
Oh.
What's next then, Loki?
The next gift is this spear. And it's for you, Odin.
For me? Oh, you shouldn't have. Gimme. What does it do? Extend? Shrink? 12 types of vibration? Is it sentient? Hello? Hello, spear, can you hear me? My name's Odin, I'm the king of the gods.
It's called Gungnir. Try hurling it at that dark knot of wood in the door.
Loki referred to a tiny discoloration in the door that stood far away at the front of the Hall of Gladheim.
I may be the all-father and king of the gods, Loki, but not even I could hit a target that small from here.
Just give it a go, Father. Are we doing full Marvel?
Yes.
Just give it a go, Father.
Right you are. All right.
Wow!
That's all right, wasn't it?
Gungnir had flown from Odin's hand and struck the knot of wood perfectly. An impossible shot.
Would you look at that? What an excellent spear. This is the finest weapon I've ever seen.
The gods all agreed it was the greatest gift so far.
So those were the gifts from the sons of Ivaldi. But now Brock here has some presents for you.
I certainly do, your godlinesses. First, allow me to present this bracelet to you, Odin. It's called Dropnir. Feel its weight.
But why, this bracelet is far heavier than its size would suggest. Surely this is not made with pure gold.
Oh, I can assure you it is, old father. The reason it's so heavy is that every 9th night the bracelet will drip 8 times, and each drip will form a new bracelet exactly the same as the first.
Whoa, tidy! This is a truly amazing gift.
Next, we have this boar for Frey. He's called Gullenbursty, or Shining Mane, aren't you, boy? His bristles are made from the purest dwarven gold. They'll light the way through the blackest of nights. Does he get big if I pull his cord? No! Not in the way that you're thinking about, but his skin is so tough that no weapon will pierce it. He'll prove most formidable in battle, he will.
Frey was well pleased with his gift, but decided not to speak, so Bear didn't have to do an entire conversation with himself. Loki was starting to sweat. Truly, Brock and Eitri's gifts were incredible, but Loki held out hope that Thor's stubby hammer was not superior to Odin's spear.
Finally, we have a gift for the God of Thunder.
For me? What do I get? What do I get?
Mighty Thor, please accept this battle hammer, named Mjolnir.
The god of thunder's meaty hand reached out, and for the first time his fingers closed around the handle of Mjolnir.
Truly, I've never felt anything like this. Is this what love at first sight feels like?
Hey!
Yeah, whatever. This is the greatest weapon ever forged.
Is it, though? The handle's all stubby. It's barely as big as your hand. Good luck throwing it far.
And with that, the guards started snickering. Soon they were all laughing heartily.
I always said Thor had a stumpy hammer. I know, right? It's good. We are all laughing.
Thor's eyes filled with a pre-smashing fury, and he turned his rage on Brock the dwarf.
I hate being laughed at, dwarf. Do you think to mock the god of thunder?
No, my lord, I promise you. I know the handle is short, but let me tell you Mjolnir's secret.
What is it?
Whenever you throw it, no matter how near or far, Mjolnir will always return to your hand, ready to be used again. Not only that, but if you truly are going like full Marvel, then you can do the spinny thing and you can use it to fly.
Amazing! Who's laughing now, Loki?
Well, I'm still finding that stubby handle quite amusing.
Amuse this!
Ha ha! You missed, Thor.
Did I?
Yes?
Amazing! Come here, Mjolnir, give us a kiss.
I'm not sure I like this hammer.
Come now, Sif. Nothing can get between the love of a man and his hammer. I say that this Mjolnir is the greatest gift. My spear is formidable, but I still have to go and pick it up after I've thrown it. Thor can throw Mjolnir all day, and it will keep coming back. I declare Mjolnir the winner!
Hooray! Well, Loki. Looks like I've won the bet. I shall be taking my prize now. Your head shall be our new Lubras holder.
Wait. It is true that you have won the bet, but I only ever promised you my head. I never said anything about my neck. How will you take my head without cutting my neck?
Well, that's easy. I'll just,
Yeah, go on.
well, no, if I do it from over
Keep rolling it around with that empty head of yours. Go on.
Oh, curse you, Loki! I should have known you'd have found a way to twist my words. Well, let's see you talk your way out of this. Ah!
Brock the dwarf barreled into Loki's legs and knocked him to the floor.
He drew a bone needle from his pouch and threaded it with a hair from his long bushy beard, and then proceeded to sew Loki's mouth shut until his lips were completely sealed.
Loki jumped up and down in rage, unable to utter a word.
And then ran away to begin the painful process of unstitching his mouth, accompanied by the sounds of the god's laughter.
It's a rare day indeed when Loki hasn't got something to say.
Phew. Well, it looks like we've avoided that level 7 calamity.
Thank the gods.
Yeah, thank the
It's
me's.
not a thing.
Yes, it is, Bob Bob. Don't you know how close we came to disaster?
Who could that be at this hour? Hello?
Hello, it's me, Thrym, the King of the Frost Giants from episode 5 of the Silly History Boys show.
Oh, hey, Thrym mate.
Hello, Bilbo. I'd heard that Thor was here and he didn't have his hammer, so me and my Frost Giant mates thought we'd come and give him a good old smashing. Smash, smash, smash!
Well, you great giant bogans, the joke's on you. I've got Mjolnir, bitch.
What? Oh, no!
Cue the music. Ha ha! Come here, you big old...
That is tough to watch. It's really messing them up.
See? We told you a level 7 calamity was a thing.
That was a close one.
Too close.
Well then, dear listener, this has been
The Silly History Boys Show!
And for all the bold jokes.
an over-contrived narrative devices,
And giant massacring.
We are
as always.
Sorry!
The Silly History Boys Show, episode 94, or Hair Today, Gold Tomorrow, was written and presented by the Silly History Boys.
The part of Loki was played by me, Uncle Bilbo Will Tristram.
The part of Thor and Ivaldi was croaked out by me, Tombo.
And the parts of an oinky little boar, Etri, a very sort of West East Anglian country dwarf, Burling, sorry to our Caledonian listeners, and Odin, all-father and king of the gods, was voiced by me, your dear Uncle Bob Bob.
And the parts of Etri and Brockstad, a name that I made up because the character didn't have a name. Dvalin, Brock, Frey, and Thrym were played by me, Stu, the Pear Bear Perry. Hello, everyone. It's been a busy summer and we're out and about everywhere. So, actually, there hasn't been a delay, and I'm just rambling as I always do because they let me. We're in the room together, aren't we?
I'm just coming through the window!
Yeah, he's coming through the window. He didn't need to do that.
Can I say a big thank you to Zapsplat for music and sound effects?
You can. Let's hope that I use them when I edit this together.
What, you don't use Zapsplat for sound
No,
effects?
I've
at
started
all?
making my own. No, I use Zapsplat. Thank you, Zapsplat. Can we have our gold membership, please? Thanks, pals. We'd also like to thank Scott Buckley, because inevitably, we're actually recording this before we've kind of mixed it, but I will inevitably have used some Scott Buckley. So thanks, Scott Buckley. You are awesome.
And for the 94th time in a row, he must be sick of the sound of it. Does he listen? We thank very gratefully Lord Fastfingers Tristram for the Silly History Boys show theme tune.
You can also get us on our socials. MySpace, Face Party, no,
What?
Instagram,
Yes!
Facebook,
Yes!
X.
Yeah, we're gonna jack that.
We've already gone.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're gone.
No.
You can, if you want, throw us a quid, buy us a pint, buy us some dinner on Ko-fi. You can get us there, Silly History Boys.
It would be really nice. And I suppose we should just say a big thanks to everyone who's come and seen us through the summer so far. We're all in the same house, and we're all at Alnwick Castle this week that we're recording this. Doing the show shows live and on our feet, and it's just
And all this booing you can hear might very well be the good people of Alnwick.
This may be the Alnwick Castle audience is giving us what we deserve as well. And we should probably say thank you to the Morrow family and to Isaac and to King Philippe, who's a new listener, for coming and seeing us and listening to the show. And that
And probably Admiral Marius, who's got to give us another tenner because what he wrote on Kofi's sneaky binding.
Shin. Thank you very much.
Thank you for all the clever people that have decided to pay us to do our thing live as well. Thank you very much for helping pay our mortgage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, do you know that it's been like over 2 years since we've been in the same room recording so far? Over 2 years.
Oh my goodness, gardening.
That's it.
Okay, come here, you big lug.
That was sticky.
It is hot. It is hot.
Come on. Let's go and eat pork.